So yes, how are you, Yatin?
Good, very good morning.
Yeah, good morning, good morning. So during our discovery session last week, we discussed regarding today's demo session. And as it's a demo coaching session, our conversation will not be confidential. So please only share the information which you can share publicly, right? So at the start of the every coaching session, you assure Coachee on the confidentiality and privacy. But here I am asking you, requesting you to share that information which you can share publicly. So we are all right for this, Yatin?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. So before we start the session, please check your surrounding, that is ecology. If you need something, we can take a break for say 2-3 minutes.
Good to go.
Yeah, good to go. Very good.
Yeah.
So now we will start the session with a 2-minute meditative silence. What is the meditative silence? That is, we both will close our eyes starting from now, and we will just observe our breath. That's it. The focus is only our breath. So we are just going to observe our breath for the next 2 minutes, because we both want to come and have our attention only to this particular session. So we are going to calm our mind and thoughts with this particular meditative silence. So once I will say your name, you can open the eyes. So let us begin this particular 2-minute meditative silence wherein we both will observe our breath. Again.
Yeah.
So to start with, can you please share with me any good or positive incidents or experience you have had during the last week or in the last few weeks? Anything which is you acknowledge that yes, it is positive, something good has happened with you in the recent past. It can be either from your personal or professional life. It is all right.
Good thing which has happened. I guess I can't recollect, but I would say it might be good, but in my perception, I think I had a good conversation. So we were in a meeting, and the meeting got over. And from India, me and my line manager was there. So we got that time. So we had a good chat about how last couple of years have been, and so that was kind of a good reflection on the organization, how uh, since our relationship was also new, so that was quite a satisfying discussion, I would say, because in such a busy environment, you don't get such a time to talk about it.
Yeah. Good. So the intense conversation with your manager, which help you in establishing better connection as well as to clarify, understand few points, is what you recognize as
Yeah.
one of the good points. Yes. So I acknowledge it. Yeah.
Good part was it was a very two-way and honest conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. So thank you for sharing. So how you are feeling now? If you have to name the emotion you are undergoing right now, what it will be?
I'm a little curious how the whole process would be and how, I will be able to use that in my short term, medium term, long term.
Yeah. So yes, so you said that you are curious and also interested in knowing that is okay, what will happen during the session, how it will help you. So I got that. Okay, so what you would like to discuss during this particular session of 30-40 minutes?
I think two things which kind of comes to my mind. One is kind of being more expressive. So when I say more expressive means when, let's say in a public forum or when there are one to many conversation, I think I could be more expressive. The other one which comes to my mind is, maybe getting rid of stress, which is because of the overthinking, which I generally do in multiple directions. So, it leads to stress sometimes and disturbs the whole pattern. So this could be the other topic.
Yeah. So I understand that you have two topics in mind. One is how to be more expressive, especially in group interactions.
Yeah.
And the second is how to manage or prevent the stress from overthinking.
Yeah.
Since in this particular session, we are going to discuss on one topic. So out of these two topics, which goal has a higher priority for you and why?
I think both of the topics are important, and maybe personally, professionally, both the art of being more expressive or could help more, I would say.
Okay. Yeah. So considering your professional progress, you think that being more expressive will help you more. So
yeah, in fact, both in personal also, because you tend to go to a lot of parties, a lot of functions, so both way it could help.
Great. Okay. So got it. So you want to become more expressive, especially in a group and in meetings, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you exactly mean by being more expressive? What is your definition of being more expressive?
So what happens is sometimes there is a conversation, somebody speaking, and everybody tends to speak. Given a or not given a choice, probably I will not speak. And that is something probably I'm not going to the reason, but yeah, sometimes I feel that it was important later on that you need to express yourself and kind of share your opinion as well, uh, which might help the group situation or yourself knowing that it was right or wrong, whatever.
Okay, so sometimes there is a opportunity to add value or contribute, but you still feel that sometimes you are not in a position to express at a right point in time during the discussion, during the meeting.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you improve on that, then you will become more expressive, right?
Yeah, it will help both ways. It might add value to the situation, and it will add value to me as well. It might give me something more.
Okay, so you are talking about the self-expression as well. That is how you will benefit from being more expressive yourself. Okay. So now when you say expression or you being more expressive, are you talking about the verbal as well as non-verbal, or you are focusing only on verbal? So what is the gamut or what is the scope of being more expressive for you?
So I am assuming you're talking about body language, or so I think both, I would say, but majorly verbal.
Okay. So the both but majorly verbal is what you were what more expressive you are looking for, right?
Yeah, because body language, I am assuming in the digital world, or let's say in too many people, somebody might notice, somebody might not notice. So yeah, I think majorly verbal, because that's when you share, body language is something which the other person has to read.
Yeah. Okay, got it. So as you have expressed your say understanding and desire of what is being more expressive, let me also share my understanding on self-expression and then you comment on it. Okay, so to which part you agree and which part you are not looking for example. So in my understanding, the self-expression is how effectively we communicate our emotions, thoughts, beliefs, and ideas to other people.
Yeah.
So when we are talking about the self-expression or we expressing, just because we can express ourselves doesn't mean that we should do it in every situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because in some cases, the expression might be harmful to us. There are times when it is better to hold back. But there are times when holding back is not right. So self-expression is also understanding the balance between when to express and when to not express. So this is my understanding. So what do you think about this understanding? So if you have to rephrase in your own way this particular understanding so that we both will come to a common agreement for what it means exactly to you when you say that you want to be more expressive.
I think you perfectly nailed it. This is what exactly I meant.
So can you please phrase it in your own words?
Yeah. So communicating effectively your thoughts, expressions in a effective, but how do you say it? I mean, considering the fine line between kind of not going overboard, but yeah, to the point kind of a message.
Okay. Yeah. Not going overboard, to the point, communicating effectively through various means. Okay. Got it. So since you also said while you finalizing this particular topic that it relates with your professional life, so and as well as the personal life. So what is your long-term career objective?
I think my long-term career objective is definitely to be an entrepreneur,
Mhm.
and yeah,
Entrepreneur. So your long-term, you want to be on your own, you want to start your own venture, be the entrepreneur. So how does being more expressive relate with your long-term objective?
I think as in when you grow, and especially when you are on your own, uh, you know,
Or on your,
on your own, I mean,
oh, yeah, yeah.
you're operating as a single person, as an entity. uh, it is very important to be very, very expressive, uh, very, very sharp with your communication, and make sure you mark your presence in big forums. So uh, I think not only from a very long term, it seems very important everywhere, and this will help in short, medium, long term.
Hmm. Got it. So I heard words like growth, sharp, very, very important. And I also understand that it perfectly aligns with your long-term objective of being a entrepreneur, because when you are on your own, unless you express effectively, it is not possible for you to communicate with your teams and the stakeholders of your business, right?
Yes.
Got it. Thank you. So in our last session, discovery session, we discuss on your core values, strengths, which range from authenticity, trust, collaboration, people skills, influencing, quick decision making, compassion. What do you think? Which of your core strengths might support you in becoming more expressive?
Think maybe people skill, which is kind of both ways, and yeah, authenticity might help a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. So you already have the strengths, qualities in you, which are authenticity and people skills. And you believe that these particular strengths and the skills will support you in becoming more expressive. Okay. And I fully agree with you and believe that being more expressive requires authenticity, and it's a one part of the people skills, one part of the social skills. So yes, so surely these uh, inherent talents are going to help you in achieving this particular goal of this particular session. How will you measure the success of this session? So the what result this session at the end of 30-40 minutes should bring in, so that you will say that yes, so it was worth investing 30-40 minutes time and I got what I was looking for.
So maybe I like the example of learning a car.
Mm.
You need to make intentional effort to press the clutch, brake, or change the gear, and maybe few pointers which I can start intentionally using in the conversations, meetings, or any opportunity where I think I could be more expressive. That will help.
Yeah. So you want those particular few pointers in your conscious and the subconscious mind so that you will automatically respond in more effective way or more expressive way. Okay, got it. So if you get that from this particular session, you will consider that the session is indeed successful. Got it. How will you feel when you will become a more expressive person in future? What will be your feeling? What will be your emotion at that point in time?
I think I will feel much more confident and a little more extrovert, or extrovert might be a difficult word, but maybe more, you know, I would say a happy-going person, maybe.
Yeah. So I heard confident and happy going.
Yeah.
So you will become more confident and happy going person in future when you will become more expressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is indeed a very important thing for you. So I got it very well. So would you like to share anything more about your desire to become more expressive? Anything which we have not covered till this point in time? You have a desire to become more expressive.
Yeah.
Is there anything more you want to share with me?
I think it may be because of my personality, or so I'm not kind of doing this thing, but the reason I kind of picked up this desire, or it is more important because, for example, I believe in authenticity, which is both ways. So I will talk to a person who, so maybe I am judging before I am saying something. I want to only talk to authentic people or trustworthy people. But it might not be that way every time. No? So you cannot, you should not judge people. But having said this, from your experience, you tend to start judging, and then that might hold me back. And then I realized that it's fine. Uh, it's just a matter of time, and you should not leave that opportunity to express yourself. And hence, this desire, I think, takes a bigger seat on my agenda.
Got it. Got it. Thank you for sharing. So, Yatin, you belong from the automotive domain. As you know, I was also part of the automotive domain, where we utilize the root cause analysis,
Yes.
RCA, that is the why analysis, to identify the root of the problem. It is very common practice in engineering industry. Would you like to explore the root cause analysis for you wanting to become more expressive?
Yeah.
Okay. So then let us do it. So we will go for a small why analysis. May not be as depth as what we do in engineering industry, but yes, we would like to go to the root of your desire of becoming more expressive. And this is the reason we are going to use some why questions just for the RCA purpose.
Yeah.
So the first why do you want to become more expressive?
Yeah. I believe that I should share my thoughts as well, and it is important both ways. One is I share my thoughts, I hear people's thought, and people are people. So I want to be the voice of the room as well. I don't want to leave the room without me being part of it, kind of part of inclusivity.
Yeah. So I heard the voice of the room, inclusivity. I heard the desire to be heard and people acknowledging your presence
Yeah.
and also getting benefit from it, right?
Yeah.
So the why you want to become the voice of the room and why you want that people should acknowledge your presence. Why? What
So
will happen because of that?
I don't want that only I should be there, but yeah, definitely when I come out of the meeting,
Mm.
I tend of tend to think about it that this is what was coming to my mind, and that answer was very kind of relevant, or the thought was very relevant, and I should have shared that. So that kind of guilt comes to my mind.
So what I understand, that is you don't want that guilt that I should have said this, I should have added this value, so you have this particular guilt, that is you have not given your best.
Yeah, kind of. Yes, I mean, of course, that the thought still is with me. No, I haven't shared, so it is a guilt.
Yeah, it is a guilt. Okay. So why you are having this guilt or this thought process after the meeting? That is okay. So the what is in you which is creating this kind of thought process in you? That is why you do have that particular guilt.
I believe wherever you are spending your time, energy, money, you should give your best. And if I am there, I've already spent a lot of time, resources. So my contribution should be there
Hmm.
for the group, organization, or wherever you are.
So I heard that giving your best, utilizing the resources wisely, and contributing.
Yeah.
So why you want to give your best and contribute?
That's what I believe in, and that's what I also expect from others.
So it is your value.
It's my value, of course.
So it is important to you to give your best, and also you expect others from others also the best, right?
Yeah.
What will happen when you will give your best and also others will give their best?
I think we all will progress.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's the mandate, I would say, to give your best and progress towards the next.
So as I understand from this small Viva analysis, that the root of you wanting to become more expressive is into you being in a position to add more value, contribute, and bring the best in you as well as others for the sake of your others and the organization's progress.
Yes, absolutely.
So, the root is progress, the root is growth, the root is well-being of you, others, and organizations. An organization, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, with this particular discussion on the root cause, do you want to rephrase your goal of becoming more effective and more expressive during the meetings and the group discussions? Or you want to keep the session goal same? So I just want you to take a little pause, think through, and reconfirm before we go ahead.
I think what we changed based on the agreement of communicating to the best and by being more expressive, we will stick to that. I think that this is fine. Yeah.
So we will stick to effective communication and being more expressive, right?
Yeah.
Anything else you want to share with me in this direction of being more effective communicator and more expressive? Is there anything more?
I think with the topic, we can probably want to add the intent of doing that, because we all are looking at a progressive phase. So to progress, I mean, communicating in the best way, being more expressive to progress.
Yeah. So,
in a larger context, not for mind progress, I mean, in a larger context.
Exactly. So you want to be more expressive, which will result into the progress for you as well as others, right? So
Absolutely.
The intent is progress and the delivery mechanism is being more expressive, is what you are saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So till this point in time, because we, I think, have some 15-20 minutes discussion, how is the progress of this session? So are we moving in a right direction as per your need?
I think I'm getting a little more clarity on being slightly more focused on how can I be more expressive. Also to acknowledge it might not be really important. Yeah, I think it is helping.
Okay. So during the discovery session, you told me that earlier you were extrovert.
Highly.
Yeah. Also, the result of your life purpose and direction test is communicator.
Yeah.
And communicator does have people and social skills.
Yes.
So it seems that you already have the talent and the core DNA to become more expressive, more effective communicator and influencer, which you are. You already are influencer, right? So can you share with me any of your success story in the conversation, in influencing people, in convincing people, in persuading people, where you have used your strengths of communication and people and social skills? Anything which comes to your mind.
So I have been into sales all through my life. So I think I could not have survived without that. So thousands of stories, and I don't say that maybe I can share a story, but I think I'm not bad at it, but given a sense of so okay, I don't know, maybe we'll pick up a story. I think we wanted to okay, so we wanted to do a entry to Tata Motors, and we have never supplied them anything in the past. We've been trying for 3 years, and that opportunity, when I got the India role, that opportunity came to me. I think it took us almost about 2 years, lot of efforts, lot of actions. And I remember one of the engine head person. I interacted with him personally, met him about 40-50 times, and we were able to move ahead with that project. And that was also one of the biggest success for Tata Motors, not only for us, for Tata Motors also.
Oh,
So nobody could believe that happened. So that is something, and it's been what, more than 6-7 years, and still I get messages from him about kind of missing the conversations and all this stuff.
okay.
So yeah, I think that's I'm good at. But when I this is also one of the negative. If I am good at something and I am not using it properly, that makes me feel more bad.
Got it. So in this particular real life experience of you not only helping your organization but also Tata Motors to succeed,
Yeah.
is a say the real intent of any marketing person. So what behavioral characteristics you observed in yourself? So just reflect on what exactly you did, how you behave, and just tell me that is okay. These are the behavioral traits I displayed during that particular project or period.
I think the biggest my thought process is we need to first clarify the objective and kind of break it down to certain steps. And my biggest uh, kind of behavior which I might have done was, one was dedication. So I never looked at anything else. What time I am traveling, what time I am waiting. I waited for 2 hours, 3 hours for the meeting. So that never bothers me. And so that dedication is definitely there. Then is, I would say, authenticity. I always came across as a trustworthy, authentic person, and I got the similar response also. So I think these are some of the behaviors which, yeah.
Yeah, and in my understanding, also persistence, because you said that you visited around 40 times, right?
Yes.
So I heard you saying that once the objective is clear, you are in a position to break down that particular objective in the small working steps. Your dedication, your trustworthiness, your authenticity, and persistence, right? So these are the traits which you possess, and there is a evidence of you having these particular strengths in you, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So the moving ahead with this particular goal, wherein I understand that being a sales and marketing person, you do have this innate quality of influencing people, convincing people, expressing yourself. Otherwise, you can't converse with the people. And you just said that there is a positive quality in you, which is your sales, marketing, and expression ability. But at the same time, if that positive trait you are not in a position to fully utilize, you are getting worried. Am I right?
Yeah.
But I think you want to say something more.
So maybe, what's coming to my mind is, in a lot of meeting situations, we don't have a clear agenda. We don't have a clear objective. And so when we don't have a clear objective, it might be difficult for me to kind of stick to that and contribute to any direction. So maybe that's something which is not my personality, that because nowadays it's quite common that the objective is not clear and we kind of debate on a lot of things. We try to bring in more ideas. So That that could be the reason.
Got it. So can I?
Yeah, please.
Thank you. So I am understanding the like this because you have explained it quite well to me, and now I am understanding you not being more expressive is linked to the meeting itself does not have a very clear structured agenda and the objective, and because of that you are not in a position to express point wise, because as I understand from your success story and your behavioral style and your strengths, you are in a much better position to express yourself, to act on any project or any topic, provided the objective is clear, so that you can break it down into the actionable discussion points as well as action steps, is what I am understanding.
Yeah, looks like a familiar situation.
Yeah.
Because if you know the agenda and everything, then you are being familiar to the situation.
So I'm just rephrasing what you are saying, and you please add to it. You can modify it. What I heard, what I'm hearing you saying, that when the objective is clear, you are in a position to be more expressive, is what I understand. So please tell me if I'm right, wrong, or you can add.
I think so. I believe yes.
Yeah. So you believe that if the objective is clear, you are in a position to be more expressive. So one of the areas what we need to discuss during the action plan is how you can add value in getting more clarity on the objective at the start of the meeting or at the start of the discussion.
Yeah, I think that's something really good.
What is the support system you have in your personal and professional life? Support system, person, team members who can help you in doing that? Is there any support system available?
Yeah, we have a team support.
Yeah.
I have team support. She can pick that up. Or I think I can pick this up, because before start of the meeting, you have all the right to ask that what are you trying to achieve. I think I can start using that.
Okay. So when the meetings are related to your team, or you are in a say position to ask this question, I understand that you will ask this particular question on the objectives, and at the start of the meeting, first you will discuss on the objective agenda of the meeting, and then you will start the meeting, right?
Yeah.
Now, how about the meeting with the senior people? So what is in your mind? So if it is a meeting with the senior people and you want this objective clarity, what can you do?
Knowing me, I can ask this question anybody.
Okay. So you are saying you don't hesitate to ask for the clarity, is what you are saying?
Certainly, if this helps me to contribute, I will not shy away from whosoever he or she is.
Great. Okay. So can you rephrase in your words your now the thought process and the action plan when you are having a meeting with your team and when you are having meeting with the senior people? Can you just rephrase so that we are on the same page?
I think for my team meetings, the agenda is generally very, very clear.
Okay.
So that is how the notice goes as a subject, that this is what we try to achieve. But in a lot of meetings where I am a participant or where I am invited, I think I'll try to get more clarity before I enter the room. Or in case I am not able to get that, I will try to bring the elephant in the room and ask that difficult question. And yeah, because this is what I am getting at. I think I will be able to do much better.
Great. Is there anything you would like to do so that you can become more expressive with this now current understanding? Is there any other action you would like to take?
Maybe I can decline the meetings where there is no agenda.
Yeah.
Because that why I'm saying it's not about, it's not about I being rude. It's about it will bring me back to the square one. So in my benefit, I will probably decline it.
So you want to set the tone and the culture very clear that every meeting need to have the clear objective so that you are in a position to give your best, right?
Correct. Absolutely.
Yeah. So since now this is your action going forward, how will you monitor it? That is, yes, so you have decided on this and now you are doing this. So what mechanism you will use so that you will monitor this?
See, fortunately, unfortunately, my system is designed in a very bad way that I cannot sleep without debriefing the day.
Oh, great. Yeah.
So I will probably, make an intentional effort to self-realize that whether I did well or, what could have been better on that.
So daily reflection at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Is there any other support you need from me to move forward in achieving this goal?
Maybe what went well and what could have been better after some time, after I do this for few instances.
Yeah. So we're discussing on your reflections, right?
Yeah.
Got it. Since now we are at the end of our session, I would like you to summarize your key takeaways, key learnings from this session.
So one thing is, it was, of course, I never thought the answer was with me when I started this. So I have the answer now. That's number one. Number two is, it's pretty simple. The solution is very simple. So which is the best part of it, I would say. And number three, I think it went off pretty smoothly. I did not give any answer under stress or for the sake of answering. And I'm excited to take some action. Probably after this call, I will do something.
Very good, very good. And what that action shall be?
I'll relook at my calendar and probably sort out everything, and then pass on this message to my team assistant also, that future is like this.
Oh, super. I'm so glad for you. How do you feel now?
I feel excited.
Good. So thank you. So I think we had a very
much
intense and result-oriented conversation, and see you after 2 weeks.